Destroy it so we can make it taller then. No! Just the triangles. Don't destroy them, just make them up. We can put them back on when we add more stories. We're not gonna add more stories. More. Well, we got Jello more slippery. Jello. You can make it like what's the math in here of Jello?
I know. Let me know when you guys are done so I can come around with the Jello. Go ahead. Okay. It just took 5 minutes. No.
I need more.
It looks like a car.
It's going to just like this. Mr. Rana?
Yeah, it's going to. Is it 4 inches tall?
Oh, there's a line.
Yeah, it's taller than that. Alright. Go ahead, put it in the Jello. So, since it fell, what can you guys do to your structure to make it resist the earthquake? Maybe, you guys have any ideas, Victor?
Should we like add more like up here and then come on?
You guys got more toothpicks, correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
Wait, we can make more.
There, I got some. So what do you guys think? What are your ideas?
I'm
There.
thinking of putting this here.
So connecting it more? Alright. I'll come back to you guys.
Your papa was awesome. I'm surprised. Ow!
What is that?
What if we try to do it? Oh my god. Now that means we have 4. Yes. What are you doing? Oh, that's what it is. I don't know. Connect it even more. Wait, make a triangle right now. No, like this.
That's 5. Oh, that's 6. Oh, that's 6.
It is. I know, Joseph.
We have 7.
I know, sure. Oh,
There's 2 digs and we need 3.
yeah.
We have 7 toothpicks.
Yeah, how many?
Let's see.
Look on the first. What are we going to use this for? We don't know. Then exactly, we'll take different ones. Well, we have to be sure. Oh, no, there. Wait, let's see that sound. Okay.
What if we just took the marshmallows?
Wait, was that the triangle?
No.
The square that we weren't even using.
Yes, he can.
What did you do?
Let's
Wait, let me see what. Missing 1. You gave us 9.
No, I give it to 10.
We counted. Can we drop the one that?
I'm pretty sure that I give it to you 10.
Hold on, we got 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 18, 19, 20.
We got 21 toothpicks. Count again. Oh, we could build 6, 7, 28, 29. She was an addict. She did. We only need 1 better. But we only need 1 more toothpick.
Just in case.
Yeah.
Down.
Here's one. Say 1 more toothpick and we're done. Hold up. I think.
So do you guys want to test it out?
Yes. Kind of bendy.
right.
Guys, look.
Place it in. And still. Careful.
What do you think?
Alright. Looks like it's not. It's kind of falling. So, what are you guys noticing with your structure?
It's too tall.
Joseph, stop working on your own structure.
You can go back to your seat if you need to.
So, what are you guys noticing? Is it kind of leaning?
Yeah, when she's pushing more weight on the one side.
Yeah. So, what can you guys do to make it not lean?
Does it say we need to have the
Like support?
Yes.
Yes. You guys want to try adding more support, and then I can come back and we'll see.
They want to lean and
Now you guys have more.
Yeah, it's recording.
Okay.
All right. So we're gonna shake it like an earthquake.
Oh God. Oh God. Survive.
It's withholding it, huh?
It's giving.
Oh.
That's okay. That's because I started kind of lifting it up at the end just to see if it was gonna last longer. So it looks like you guys really made it like sturdy right here on the sides to give it that extra support in the middle, huh? So for the most part, it withheld an earthquake. See?
Did you still use that little thing right here?
Yeah, so it looks like you guys had a lot of support in the middle, and it looks like you guys added 2 toothpicks at the bottom, which made it very sturdy. So good job. What you guys are going to do now is get out your Chromebook and take a screenshot of it.
Okay.
Only one of you guys. Yes, thank you.
Thumbs up if you guys got everything good. Good. Alright. So, reducing earthquake damage. There's a lot of things that we can reduce and prepare for when an earthquake happens. Arizona, you don't really have to do that much preparation just because you guys don't have a fault line that goes through here, and therefore there's not going to be any earthquakes. The only earthquakes that you guys are really going to experience are aftershocks. But earthquake damage and loss of life can be reduced by determining the earthquake risk for an area. So here, not that much of a risk, so you guys don't have to really prepare. But if you lived in California or China gets a lot of earthquakes as well, then you're going to want to create buildings that are earthquake resistant, and you're going to want to have the following safety precautions. So, have you guys ever looked up at a building and kind of noticed it swaying a little bit? Yeah? You can raise your hand or nod your head. Do you have a question? No? That's because the buildings are built to sway that way, so that when an earthquake happens, the building isn't just going to completely collapse. It's built to go with the movement of the earth, so that when an earthquake occurs, it just goes with the movement of the earthquake, and it's not going to collapse, depending on the magnitude of the earthquake. If the magnitude of the earthquake is super strong and the building isn't as strong as it should be, then it's going to collapse. But engineers designed this movement of the buildings to work so that when an earthquake happens, people can be safe. There are following earthquake safety precautions that schools take. When I grew up in California, when I had fire drills, I also had earthquake drills. And teachers would teach us to drop, cover, and hold on. So you would have to cover your head and you'd have to hold on to a leg of the desk, just in case the earth is moving. So the structures and tables are going to be moving too, along with the chairs. So they tell you to hang on to the desk because it's a heavier piece of furniture in the classroom, and it can protect you from anything that's falling from the ceiling. Because these little tiles up here, these can easily fall out. So that's what we learned growing up.
Was there ever an earthquake in California?
When I lived in California the majority of my life. There's been earthquakes I've never experienced when that's school though. Thankfully. That'd be really scary. So there's some safety tips for earthquakes to drop, cover, and hold on. If you're outdoors, move to an open area. Don't stand by trees because the trees might tip over because of the magnitude of the earthquake. Also, power lines are dangerous. Thank you. The power line strips can break, and that would cause electricity. And if you get electrocuted, that could be really harmful and could potentially lead to like death. Like it could be really, really bad. I'm sorry. What? Worse than that. Buildings, because buildings can easily collapse. You don't know the magnitude of the earthquake until it's reported, which it does get reported fast. But when it's happening, you want to take all the precautions because you want to stay safe. And also sit down and avoid being thrown because earthquakes, the earth is shaking, your ground is shaking. It's like being on a trampoline. You could fall easily. Like, have you guys ever stood on a trampoline and while somebody's bouncing, you're like, oh my gosh, I can't stand up straight. That's exactly kind of how like an earthquake is, depending on how strong it is. So those are just precautionary safety tips, just in case you're in California and one day there's an earthquake and you're like, oh my gosh, I remember being in science and I'm supposed to go out into an open area or avoid trees and power lines and sit down once I get to a safe place. Another tip is if you're in a house, stand on the door hinge.
Because it's the strongest thing there is around.
Exactly. It's the strongest point. So when there was an earthquake over the summer, it was actually pretty big. It was like, I want to say 4 point something or 5 point something. I just went and stood my door hinge because I knew that's the safest place I could stand. And it's safer than running all the way out my room, down the stairs, and out of my house. So if the earthquake is long enough and your house does begin to start falling apart, I would recommend running. Does anyone have any questions? No? Do you guys want to talk in your table groups and see if you can come up with any other tips on staying safe? Or any tips on precautionary actions like the buildings, what else you can do in case a natural disaster happens? Go ahead, talk in your table groups.
Go out on our own trip.
Why make a tiny house?
That's the worst thing you can do.
It's gonna collapse.
Do you guys have any ideas? Yeah.
But
Not really.
That was what I'm talking about.
Like, what about your house family gets destroyed? What's something
Attic.
No, because
That's how hard
What's something that you live off of every single day?
then so in the middle of the house,
Just water, things that don't expire, and things that they
No, the car
go out of, like sometimes they do the teenagers and it's just that happens. So,
in a tsunami, that's what it is. In a tornado, in the basement, you have to stay in the middle of every room because the other walls are protected.
I'm sorry.
You
You said one already?
What's the other one?
It's, no, recently can't. So we're gonna bring your guys' attention back up here. I'm just gonna call on two people. I'm just curious to what you guys talked about. And it could be what your neighbor said or what you said. Devontae, what did your group talk about? Well, what did I come over there and talk to you guys about? Maybe something about food and water. Yeah. Sleep. And clothes. Yes. We talked about how sometimes people, just in case of not just an earthquake, but even like a fire, they have like a whole separate bin set aside of food, canned food, water, clothes, and things that they have set aside just in case they lose all their stuff. They still have something that they can live off of while they try to fix whatever happened. Let's see. Reset.
in the basement, then that place is gonna collapse anyway.
Yeah, that's a good observation. If it's a really strong earthquake, there is a potential that the earth could collapse into the basement. Yeah, that's not a good place to be, huh? Alright, so thank you guys for talking in your groups. You can go ahead and put your composition books away. Have one person from each desk. Go ahead and put that away.